Craving for empanadas? Always! These pastry turnovers are so versatile. You can stuff them with just about anything. They're popular the world over, but mostly here in the Philippines, Southern Europe, and Latin America. Let's give today's empanada a sweet twist. Instead of using regular potatoes, we're using sweet potatoes. With flavorful chicken and buttery dough, you will have a mouth-watering treat with every bite. Let's start with the filling. I have Baguio pure coconut oil here. I'm going to turn on the heat to medium. Add the oil. Okay, the oil is ready. Add the onions. Garlic. And you saute it for a few seconds. I'm going to add the chicken. I'm using Thai part because it's more juicy and it's gonna give more flavor. Once the chicken is almost cooked, I'm going to add the carrots, sweet potatoes, and raisins. Give it a good stir. I'm going to add a little bit of water, just enough to cook our sweet potatoes and carrots. And then I'm going to add the sugar, just a little bit. Then mix it again. Okay, let it simmer until the sweet potatoes and carrots are tender. Okay, as you can see, the liquid has evaporated. So I'm just going to check if the sweet potatoes are tender. It's perfectly cooked. Season it with salt. Pepper. Mix it. Now, for the binding agent, I'm going to mix flour and water. So you just mix them together. This will be our binding agent. It will help the mixture to hold its shape when you put it in the dough. And then you cook it for about 3 minutes just to cook out the flour. So you make sure you keep stirring it to avoid from lumps. filling is ready, I'm going to turn off the heat and then I'm going to set it aside. Now it's time to make our dough. Let's start with the dry ingredients. I have flour here. Add the sugar, salt, mix it until it's well blended. Okay, now before you add the butter, make sure it's really cold and solid because it ensures the dough is flaky and with a tender crumb. So we're going to do the rubbing in method. So technically it's just incorporating the fat into the flour using your fingertips. So you keep rubbing it until it is formed in crumbs. Okay, time to add the water. Now you mix it well until the dough is formed. I'm going to transfer the dough on the table. Okay, so I'm just going to knead it for about 1 minute. I just want to make sure the butter and the flour are well incorporated. If you feel your dough is sticky and a little bit wet, you can add a little bit of flour. So the dough is already smooth. I'm going to wrap it in cling wrap. Okay. Just going to flatten it a little bit. And I'm going to rest this for 30 minutes in the fridge. Now it's time to roll out the dough. Remove it from the cling wrap. Put some flour on the table just to make sure the dough doesn't stick. Put some flour as well on the top of the dough. And we're going to roll it out into 1/4 inch thickness. Okay, just gonna put this here. I have a tray here with parchment paper. And using a ring cutter, I'm going to cut the dough. So I'm just putting a little bit of flour into the cutter. For the trimmings, I'm going to shape it again. Roll it out. Now everything is ready. We have our empanada dough here. Our chicken filling has been cooled down. I have a bowl of flour here. I have egg white here. I have rolling pin and a tray with parchment paper. So we're going to get a piece of dough and then sprinkle some flour on the table and then roll it out to 4 millimeters. Okay, so I'm just going to put some flour on my hand just to make sure the dough won't stick there. Okay, going to get a spoonful of mixture. You put it in the center. So make sure you just put enough and don't overcrowd your dough with the filling because it might break later when you fry them. Just a little more. Okay. Now, I'm going to brush the sides with egg white to seal them. And then you're going to fold it down. And then you press it to seal. Okay, make sure you press it lightly. And once you're pressing it, make sure you stretch the dough a little bit. Make sure you have at least ½ inch allowance because we're gonna decorate our empanada. So once you have achieved the ½ inch allowance, we're gonna start decorating our empanada dough. So this is how you do it. So you start at the end and then you stretch it and then fold it down. And then from that part, you're going to stretch it again and then fold, stretch, fold, all right? All right. So at first, it's hard to make this decoration, but once you get used to it, it's going to be easy. Okay, practice will make you perfect. All right. Stretch, fold, stretch, fold, stretch, fold, stretch, fold. empanada. I'm going to put Baguio pure coconut oil into the pan. Turn on the heat to medium. Let's check the oil if it's ready. Now, before you put your empanada, make sure the oil is just medium heat. You don't want to put your empanada when the oil is really, really hot because the empanada dough might get burnt easily, okay? Because it has so much butter. Okay, so you just slide it down. And then just try to move it a little bit. Okay, so make sure every 30 seconds you turn the other side. And then after 30 seconds, turn the other side as well so that the color will be even. Okay, getting the color, it's so perfect. Okay. Okay, our last batch is ready. I'm going to turn off the heat. Okay. It looks beautiful. It has a little bit crunch. Our chicken empanada has different textures. It's flaky, chewy, and oh my gosh, it's so buttery. For me, this is the best empanada recipe that I formulated. So satisfy your craving with this homemade chicken empanada because they're just so tasty.